The holy trinity of combat sports nutrition is to lose fat, smash training, and hold on to all your muscle mass. If you can achieve all three of these things, then you're doing things right. The sad thing is that mostly people sacrifice at least one, if not two. Maybe they are losing fat, but they're also losing muscle, and they feel like crap in training. Maybe they're feeling all right in training, but the scale just won't budge. And fat loss, when you're training like an athlete, especially a combat sports athlete, which is so demanding, is so different to a general population fat loss where someone maybe is working at a desk for most of the day. Sure, they might be hitting their 10,000 steps, but the performance requirements are just two completely different ends of the spectrum. I recently sent an email out to my email list basically asking them, look, what are you struggling with? What can I help you with? And I got some great responses, and I helped each of these individuals troubleshoot their problems and find solutions to them, and I'm going to walk through one of those right now. So this guy replied to me, he said, I want to lose fat and get lean, but I want to retain my muscle mass. But I don't want this to be at the expense of my performance. I want to still perform my best in training and fights. And the biggest problem I'm facing is my love of food and my lack of understanding of what is best to eat. And honestly, this guy's problem is if you simplify everything I've helped all my clients with over the years, whether they are hobbyists trying to lean up and perform their best, whether they're someone looking to have their first fight, looking to have a professional fight for a world title, looking to get back into fighting after a little bit of a break, ultra runners trying to complete their longest race yet. Across this entire spectrum of different clients that I've helped with, their goal has come back to this holy trinity: lose fat, perform better, and retain or build muscle. So if you share those goals, then I'm exactly the man to help you. Let me walk you through what I recommended to this individual, and I broke it down to a 3-step process for them. Number 1 is when they do aim to lose weight, aim to do it at a slow rate of 0.5 to 0.7% of their body weight per week. For most people, this is somewhere around half a kilogram or about a pound a week. This is that sweet spot where you can still perform really well in training, hold on to pretty much all your muscle, if not gain some, depending on your training experience and your starting body fat level. Basically, if you have more body fat, you have a greater chance to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. But importantly, you're still losing weight fast enough that you can see a meaningful drop each week, and it doesn't feel like this diet is going to take forever if you're trying to lose 0.2 kilograms per week or half a pound a week. Half a kilo per week is motivating enough that you see the scale dropping over time and you can stick with it for 8 to 12 weeks or however long is needed. And if you have a greater amount of weight to lose, you can break it up. I recommend doing 8 to 12 weeks, and every 8 to 12 week period, putting a 1 to 2 week diet break in there where you increase your calories, practice eating like a normal human, roughly eating around your maintenance calories. And this is basically an opportunity to work on life at maintenance, because you're not going to be tracking your food forever. And rather than dieting for 6 months, tracking your food every day and then having no idea how to eat like a regular human, just according to hunger and fullness cues at the end of it, you're interspersing these periods to practice living around maintenance needs and just being a normal person who's not micromanaging every aspect of their nutrition. And I linked this guide to a calorie calculator and an article on how to turn macros into meals, and I'll put them in the description box below. So you have an idea of what your starting target should be if you decide to track your food, and how to translate those numbers into actual foods and actual meals. Step 2 is to eat a big, high-protein salad each day with added carbs. And the with added carbs part of that is very important. The added carbs will help to fuel your evening training session and hit the performance requirements of the perform, lose fat, retain muscle trifecta. Salads are great when trying to lose fat because they are 1, very high volume, 2, they don't require any cooking, you just chop it up and put it in a big bowl, and 3, they're easy to take to work or just piece together with ingredients from your local supermarket. The mistake people make is that their salads normally consist of a few sad leaves and a dry chicken breast. So here's an example of how a less soul-destroying salad could look. A protein base, you could pick a chicken breast for that, classic, or any other source of lean protein, meat, fish, eggs, dairy, tofu, tempeh, lentils, beans, chickpeas. Then you have your salad veg. I like lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber. You could use bell peppers, red onions, anything you like. Carbs, personally, I like to toast some sourdough and have that on the side. You could even chop it up and have it as croutons in your salad if you like. Fats, these could be contained in the salad dressing, or you could sprinkle over some feta cheese. And then the all-important flavor component, this is where you add the dressing, ideally a lower fat or lower calorie dressing, because if you're trying to lose fat, salad dressings can contain about 120 calories per tablespoon because they're pretty much pure fat. And that can quickly turn like a 300 to 500 calorie salad into like a 800 to 1,000 calorie salad, which probably isn't conducive to your fat loss goals. So you could use a low fat Caesar dressing, some olives, pickled red onions, mixed nuts or seeds, crispy bacon bits, or any other toppings that you enjoy to make it a little bit more fun. Third and finally, and this is important for everyone trying to diet and maintain a healthy, lean body composition. And if there was one lesson I could give to everybody who has health and fitness goals, it would be to focus on what to add to your diet, not what to remove or avoid. And if you remember From their message at the beginning, they said their biggest problem was that they just love food, and I can absolutely identify with that. I got into nutrition because I absolutely love food, specifically the eating part, not so much the cooking or preparation part. But I knew I had to balance this love for eating with my other health and fitness goals. And one mindset that's hugely helped me over the years is thinking about what I can add rather than what to subtract from my diet. Now, social media is full of shirtless wankers in supermarkets telling you that this food is poison, this is full of chemicals, and basically just trying to scare you into not being able to eat anything. And 99% of these influencers don't have any formal education in nutrition, and the vast majority of them are probably on steroids or some other type of performance enhancing drugs. So they're enjoying their 5 minutes of fame from making their outlandish claims, but I'll still be here 5, 10, 20 years from now telling you what actually works for real people in the real world. So to bring this concept of addition rather than subtraction to life, here are a few examples. Instead of always trying to pick the lowest calorie option from a restaurant and ending up not full, not satisfied, going home and eating something again right away, pick the item you want, but add a side salad or a side of steamed veggies to make the overall meal more nutritious and more filling. Instead of cutting out white rice because it's low fiber, add beans, lentils, edamame, or other high fiber grains like quinoa or brown rice in a 50-50 ratio. Instead of skipping your pre-bed chocolate bar or ice cream, why don't you have a bowl of strawberries, raspberries, or any fruit you like alongside it, again, to make it more filling and more nutritious. And when you're trying to lose weight and lean up, instead of avoiding the food and meals you like, learn how to make macro-friendly versions or fake-away versions, which are basically just lower calorie, higher protein versions of your favorite takeaway meals. If you just Google the name of the meal you want with fake away or macro friendly after it, then there'll be tons of recipes out there. So I hope that was helpful. If you want more advice to lose fat, perform your best, and hold on to muscle, then there'll be a link in the description below for your free performance nutrition blueprint. You'll answer a couple of yes or no questions and get a personalized plan to achieve that exact trifecta: less fat, more or the same muscle, and your best training performance to date. And if you like this type of content and you want my personal help with your fat loss, sports performance, and body composition goals, whether you want to just lean up and smash training, or if you want to prepare for your first fight, an amateur fight, a professional fight, then I'd love to help you. There'll be a link below to my one-to-one nutrition coaching. Also, I've got a fighting nutrition course as well. So if you're ready to make a more serious commitment to your nutrition, check out those links. And if you enjoyed this video, then I recommend that you watch this video next on the best diet plan for fat loss and athletic performance.